to the checkered end. Speed demons are best friends. The big maneuver, always true. Racing legends breaking through. Laps and spins and dirty tricks. Julian Friday, fix your kicks. Rev it up, turbo boost. League champions on the loose. Friday nights, come take the seat. The pit maneuver, feel the heat.
Stop again, Adam.
All right, guys. Normally, I'm super excited. Come home Friday night, long day at work, get to hang out with the boys. But yesterday was America's birthday, so I had today off. The hat and the shirt, by the way. Call, motherfucker, everybody. Call. And then J Hall down there with what the fuck is a kilometer? Okay. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Not really. We're just going to be talking all kinds of different racing. We have the Spa 24. We have F1. We're going to be talking about iRacing again. Some league stuff. I know there was some stuff that went on this week. J Hall, we'll get into your Tuesday night shenanigans. But with that being said, we got Jesse Olsen back. Jesse, you still have all your fingers, all your toes after yesterday?
I'm only showing you the fingers, but the toes are there. Trust me.
All right. Good. Well,
You can
gotta
see
pay
the
extra
toes
for
later
that
at
money. You think a lot of money if you shut off the
www.onlymans.
We just went down that rabbit hole. Wow.
You sure did.
1
Jay
minute we're in the
Hall.
dumpster.
What'd you do for 4th of July?
Oh man, it was a big chill session actually. It's because I ended up having to work today, so I was just getting ahead on stuff. It actually kind of sucked. It was a shitty 4th of July for me. Just stayed around the house.
Hell yeah. Eric?
I hate to be a further downer, but I literally did the same thing. I was in the office today, so I just caught up on everything in the house. Good
Well-
reset day, but it was worth it.
All right. Well, you guys suck. You guys really aren't American then if your company's made you work on the 5th of July. But anyways, with that being said, we're going to go from America. We're going to head over to Belgium. Jesse, there was a 24-hour race last weekend, the Spa 24. Oh my God, I forgot to say, welcome in, guys, because this one is actually going to go live. And we will send this one out to all the podcast viewers. We've changed our name. And we're done now. This is now the pit maneuver, guys. So welcome into the pit maneuver. Part of
Yeah, we
the-
should have had a bigger segment for that. It should have been first.
It should have been.
The
Yeah,
pit
I forgot about
maneuver.
that. I
Yeah.
forgot about that because
We'll change our branding probably the next episode. It was going to happen this
Yeah.
episode, but it didn't. Well, I don't know. Adam's going to be down here, so it depends on how productive Adam and I are together.
You guys
We
got
will
like
talk
freaking
about
up some
that as
shirts
well.
or something.
Yeah,
do you what,
honestly.
Jesse?
Shirts, maybe we'll get a canvas printed to commemorate our love child that we've created together.
Yes,
think it'd be
absolutely.
great.
I'm super excited. So welcome in, guys, to the pit maneuver. Let's get straight into the Spa 24 here. Jesse, we had the number 7 car come home after 24 hours with the win. You mentioned the number 51 AF Corsa. Should have won that race. What exactly happened?
Oh, did you see? Do you
No.
know?
No.
Oh,
I
you don't know?
No.
So imagine this, because I think this has happened to us all in sim racing. You got 23 hours down. You're out front. You're cruising. You got it. You got it on lock. And you come into the pits at Spa. You know how the Spa pit is, that you have that little entry road, right? To
Pink.
the right of the decay. But it's that narrow wall. Some back markers cars dies right
Oh,
there.
and blocks the entry.
and
did see that
blocks
highlight.
the entry for
Brutal.
the 51, and they were just stuck there till they could finally get the car out, and they lost. I don't even know how much they lost. And then they fought back, which was awesome to watch. Actually, they didn't get back to the 7 car, but they got all the way back up to 2nd, I think.
So when it comes to that, I don't know exactly like how all of the pit strats and everything were working out. Could they have reversed and gone back on track? Would that
You
That is
can't reverse.
wild.
No, oh, you can't reverse.
so not even
Absolutely
in
not.
a situation like that, they're just stuck.
You
I mean,
can almost never
I
go
was
reverse
saying-
on a racetrack.
It was all
What-
the way down pit lane too. It's like at
Yeah.
the pit entry, but like, yeah, the lane is very far around.
That's true.
So he was invested at that point. Yeah. Nothing.
I said what he should have done was push the car with his car, right? Even if it
Just
was
a little
illegal, right?
A little boop on the snoot.
Because yeah, they had I mean, it wasn't that far. They had to get the car out of the way because it was most of the way down the entry, and then maybe you lose some time, but you don't lose the lead all the time they did,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Because what they lost, they could never get back.
That would have been
Doesn't matter.
incredible. A
It would've been-
highlight.
Yeah, like they were
Yeah.
never gonna get that back. The FIA was or whoever SRO was gonna say would never was gonna say, hey, you know what? We feel sorry for you. Here's an extra
Yeah.
lap back. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But if you take matters into your own hands
Yeah.
and you make it happen, and then you just kind of leave it like, hey man,
Ask for forgiveness
Right.
instead of
Yeah.
permission.
he was gonna cost us the win. We had to do something.
We had to give him
he
the
pushed his
pit
car.
maneuver.
The pit maneuver. He did it. He said the thing. He said the thing. I love
Yeah,
it.
but I mean that was crazy. I mean it was I'm not gonna say it was the 51's race. I mean they were fast in qualifying. They were fast all throughout the race. There was all the shenanigans with the weather, but at the end of the race they were there to. They had it in their hands, and they got robbed, man. But I was happy to see the 7 car win because I like Nicky team. So
Well, we
There you
may
go.
have lost you there, Jesse, for just a second.
I heard him just fine.
All right, he's back now. So I apologize for that. So for anybody that, but whatever you said, Jesse.
what a-
Okay,
said-
great.
I heard it too.
Um,
You're good.
So we're gonna move on here to third place here in Team WRT, and actually first. So you're telling me right now, first place, the number 7 car. How far behind was the number 7 from the 51 when all that happened?
I mean, don't hold me accountable to this, but pretty far. I want to say like probably close to half a lap at
Oh, wow.
Spa, which is what, a minute something.
Yeah,
Seen that for
at
sure.
least. Absolutely.
Minute and change.
Yeah,
So I don't-
51 had it cruise control the last few stints. You know, they were going to make their last pit stop. That was going to be their last stop. And I think they came out like 5th or 6th after all that and fought all the way back to 2nd,
Right.
which was
Well, I mean,
rowdy.
Yeah, I mean, I will probably go back and watch the race, and if you guys haven't, I apologize. By the way, welcome to the viewers, at least on the slow motion broadcasting side. We've got Stevie Ray in here again. Stevie, I hope you're enjoying. I hope you're not working today.
Steven.
Working for
What's
Boeing.
good, man? What's good?
I would assume they've
Oh,
let
see-
you in.
Kevin Irwin in there too.
Yeah, we got Kevin Irwin here saying,
Hey, you guys.
What's-
I like that.
what's up, Kevin? And we also have the other Justin, the better
Oh.
Justin.
No,
The
no, 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 no.
Mr.
No, that is
Justin
juicy.
Barrera.
That
The
is
juicy
juicy.
something.
The juice is loose. And Adam, he says that you lost yourself because we all heard
Apparently,
Jesse.
I did. Well, I did lose myself in front of him at Watkins Glen, but we're not going to rehash those old feelings.
Damn. Yeah, bring the
Um,
spice out. You know what? You address that first. If you guys address that on there first, then you can maybe address the other spice we were talking about.
Yes. Oh no, Stevie, you're not. All right, being a veteran working on the 4th of July, Stevie, that's not the right thing to do. But yeah, Barrera, I don't know if you were watching the race or not watching, but watching the broadcast. My goodness, the podcast. I got way too much stuff going on in my life, guys. Watching the podcast last week, but we did bring up the Watkins incident, and
Yeah.
sorry
Yeah.
about that. But moving on.
He
From
did say
that-
sorry. Let's all give him a round of applause because hey, you know what? If you say sorry, you can't be mad at that point, right? He meant it.
Well, yes. But let's move on here before we're not going to get into iRacing chat here. Here's something I do know a little bit about is Formula One and FP1 and FP2. Those McLarens, boys. And don't you even say it, Jesse, because I know what you're about to say. Shut the hell up. Don't say it. It's fine. They've got a chance. They have an actual genuine chance because FP2 normally is your qualifying run, more or less.
What's in that container on your desk? Is it full of that hopium?
Oh God, dude.
Mike, drop.
But anyway, so yeah, let's look at the qualifying results.
You talking
the
about
FP2.
practice?
And the
Friends.
FP2 results, we had Lando Norris in first with Oscar in second. Sergio took third. Max all the way back down there in seventh. Now, again, I know we're just talking about practice here, and we always get hyped up for practice, but this is the first time, I think, all season that Max hasn't taken one of the first or second practice session. So what do you guys have to say about that, Eric? I'm going to bring it to you.
I think I've actually addressed this somewhat before. So I'm going to reiterate what I've said in the past. Max knows his shit don't stink, so he ain't trying to air it out in practice. He ain't trying to show everyone what the optimal lap time is, because let's be real, if he goes out on track and he's running a hot lap, all the cameras are on him, right? So then what happens? All the teams are like, all right, look, Max did it like this, whatever. They can't give that kind of specific driving coaching in the middle of a race. So, instead, he kind of keeps his cards like a little closer to the chest and, unleashes the beast as it will during qualifying. And I think that's the smart strat when you have the fastest car. Um, and, and I think especially now with his armor maybe showing a couple, cracks in it, because
Is it the fastest car?
I was about to say the same thing, Jesse.
Is
I
it?
think it's the end of an era for sure.
You think it's the fastest car this weekend?
I think I will be surprised if a McLaren does not win this weekend.
So
Honestly,
you don't think it's the fastest car this weekend? Do you
I
think
do
he was the
not.
fastest last weekend?
Honestly, no. I think Lando had that 100%, because the moves he was making and the pace, like you could just see the closing speed that Lando had on him was incredible. Because what would happen is, like, Lando would throw it in, try to make a move, and Max would cover it off, kind of very aggressively, in ways that, like, what can you even do at that point? And Lando would fall back a little bit, and all it would take is maybe another couple of turns, and that McLaren would just surge right on the back of that Red Bull, and that was noticeable to me. So I
Right.
think they've really figured something out. However, I will say Max was complaining a lot about power delivery. He said it was clipping a lot. I do understand that would add, some drivetrain loss and some performance issues. Who knows if that's true or not? Maybe they were just trying to like cover down for the performance issue that they did have. But speculation, right? Beside the fact, it's really good to see that McLaren, I think, has probably a race-winning car this weekend.
J Hall, let's come to you. Let's talk about your predictions last week.
Honestly, all I really want to talk about is the main event. Like
Right.
that's the sauce. That's the sauce from this weekend. And it was something. Oh, honestly, I've been wanting to see an F1 all season, and it was something that both of these dudes, I don't think either of them saw coming. I
Yeah.
think Verstappen has been so comfortable at the click. I think Lando has been so comfortable in the pocket that when these two tides met, they didn't know what to do with each other. Like, Max has not had to defend on race pace since when? Since when?
It's been
since
actual
Hamilton.
outright race pace. That has not, like,
Since they
and
turned up
he-
Lewis's engine.
he didn't know how to handle it.
exactly.
He didn't know how to handle it.
He
But at the
didn't.
other side of the coin, Lando didn't know how to do it either. Dude was chucking it in where he had no business being. He did not know how to make a legitimate pass on Max. He knew he had to chuck everything he had.
Yeah.
He was throwing spaghetti at the wall.
He was
He was gonna
sloppy.
see what stuck. Yeah, very
Spaghetti at
sloppy.
the wall.
And I think this is hopefully the start of something greater. This is both these dudes not knowing how they had to check each other. This is almost like this is out in the wild. Two fucking alpha apex predators had to check each other a little bit to get the hierarchy. And they know now kind of, okay, we can dance, but if we go too hard, that's it. And
So
I think they had to get this out of the way. There's going to be some good battles ahead. I know it.
I don't
That
know.
was beautiful.
This is my worry is I don't know if it's going to get out of the way because I'm going to go back to
Oh,
I'm going
you
to go
don't think
back
they're
to
boys anymore?
2016. I'm going to go back to
That's the other-
2016
No, they seem
with
like they're
Nico.
boys again.
with Nico and Lewis.
Oh, that was different.
So I mean,
That
but
was
let's
different.
go from Nico and Lewis. Let's talk about teammate wars and let's go Max and Lando. They're very good friends off the track.
What about
you
Max
think that
and,
they're gonna-
Ricardo?
Max and Daniel, well, they weren't. I don't think Max and Daniel were as close as Max and Lando were. And that's
That's
what
true.
that's kind of what makes me wonder is how they're going to be able to race each other on the track. Like you said, they tried as hard. Well, Max tried as hard as he could to defend Lando, and Lando tried as hard as he could to pass. And when you've got both drivers going at 110%, what do you think's going to happen? But I want to go back to the Red Bull ring, and I'm going to go to Silverstone as well. Max hasn't had the best track record defending at the Red Bull ring. Let's go back a couple years. We'll talk about Charles Leclerc with Charles' first year in Ferrari. And the same exact thing happened, except it was on the exit of the corner instead of the entry. Max, like JB said in the chat, Max.
Night, Juicy.
Yep. Good night, Juicy.
Oh yeah, dude. We appreciate you.
There's a D24. Can he chime in real quick in the chat? What D24 is coming up this weekend? I've seen murmurs about it. What is that?
There's an iRacing series.
It's that iRacing series that we were all trying to be a part
series.
of that we never actually got together to try to be a part of.
Oh, I see. Whoops.
Yeah. It's for this season, and then it conveniently has Le Mans,
Yeah,
in it.
exactly.
Well,
But
which everybody will run.
We
So.
appreciate that the juice is loose.
anyways, yes, thank you, Juicy, for chiming in just a little bit. But yeah, I agree with him when he says, Max,
Take this D for the fucking
God
Okay.
damn
All right,
it,
no.
Juicy.
Brad distracted me.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, this is all right. Now all right. I'm not even looking at the chat anymore because I'm going to start getting distracted here. But it's the same exact thing. And like Juicy said, Max won't give up the lead. Look at what happened in Silverstone with Lewis just a couple of years ago. Max will not easily give positions away. And I think now
Nor
that
should he.
we're back to this again, now that
Valid.
Max is starting to struggle, losing his pace again, we see absolutely the type of racer that Max is. And this is going to go on. I mean, look at what happened in Brazil which was not Max's fault, with Esteban being a dickhead to him going down into turn 1 and turn 2. It's always Max. Max gets involved with incidents when people try to pass him. And I'm worried that those are going to start to rear their heads again. And it's not going to be good for Max this time because you've got McLaren now, Ferrari's coming, Mercedes might be there next year before the 2026 rule changes. What is Max going to do?
Yeah, you're already seeing teams complaining about it. McLaren was straight on the forefront saying, listen, we didn't address these issues with Max when he was battling with Lewis. And now it's really going to start biting us in the butt. We need to get ahead of some of these rules and regulations because we've talked about it briefly in the past, but the biggest problem with Formula One is there is a lot of understandings and not enough actual verbiage around rules and regulations. So there's a lot of things open to interpretation, which is why it's so easy to speculate that there's like conspiracies and whatever in Formula One, because sometimes like they're just kind of outright is, it's very obvious that there's a certain team that's bringing a certain value to the sport. So they kind of make it a little bit easier. And I'm not saying it like it's so black and white like that, right? Like I'm sure there's a lot more to it. But like at the end of the day, like they're a business, and they're a show and then they're a race. So sometimes like you just have to do these things to make everyone happy, to keep the lights on, and that's just that is what it is, yeah, like they really need to get a tighter rope around what it is that they accept, what kind of racing is okay, what dictates a penalty, and then they need to enforce it because there's also a lot of favoritism where I notice, I mean, I'm sure everyone else notices it too. There's a lot of drivers who get penalties on the grid more than others when you would be surprised that some of the drivers who aren't getting penalties are such because like.
So you're telling me that Kevin Magnussen didn't deserve all those penalties?
So listen, my boy K-Mag is driving like a pissed off teenager and he needs to chill the hell out, but I kind of love it too. So I don't know, like, I don't know what to say about that. Like, I think he should keep doing it because at this point he doesn't have a drive anyways, and he's gonna have to drive to survive.
So we just heard that Behrman just got signed by
That's
Haas.
true. Yeah, I mean, this
So
is speculation,
Hulk is
right?
out. Hulk is out, right? We know Hulk is gone.
Yeah,
Behrman's filling that seat at least. They haven't said anything about it. I mean, I think
That's
he's fighting
true.
for his life, you know?
That's very true. It'll be really interesting.
All right,
Yeah.
Jay Hall, give me your predictions here on what's gonna I'm trying to think of a Milando. That was horrible. I was trying to think of something off the fly. It didn't work.
Hold on, really quick. I
I know. I
just
was
wanna.
about to say this as
Yes.
well. Juicy, by the way,
I love
Jesse,
you, dude. The juice is
didn't know you were
loose.
bald. And I don't know if I think he might be hitting on you just a little bit in the chat here, Jesse. He said,
What just happened?
I never thought Jesse was bald. My vision is so different. But even so, Jesse is an amazing racer, just a WTF in my brain. Oh, well. So I'm pretty sure
He's
he's
more
hitting on you
aerodynamic.
while calling you bald.
Bald, beautiful,
Yeah.
baby.
He's a
Yeah,
smooth operator.
You know what this is? This is advertising space.
Dude, I've said that
We-
too. Yes.
So we
How much do you want to pay for this? I'm 6'4". Shit's gonna be seen. I wear boots.
Anyways.
I'm even taller than that sometimes.
We also have Juicy saying rumor is Ocon replacing K-Mag. I don't know if anybody else has heard that
That would be
rumor.
spicy. That would be
Heard it,
really
yeah.
spicy. I have kind of heard that too, but
But
I don't know,
Bearman is
man.
fine. It's out there.
Bearman
It's
makes sense, right? Because Haas is a Ferrari, customer, so it makes sense that they would start him on the lower rungs and see how he does. But yeah, I don't know. Ocon, like, what would be the benefit? Like, they see him crashing cars. That's literally what they're trying to avoid. He's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm biased though too. I don't like Ocon.
All right. Well,
They got the dub.
with that being said, does anybody else have anything else they want to say? We've already gone 22 minutes, guys. So we're going to take our first break. Jay Hall, Jesse, you guys have anything else to say about this Max and Lando dilemma? You think it's going to get better? Think it's going to get worse?
It's gonna get better, but it might get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I think, the gloves are. I don't know if the gloves are off. Can't really say that. I
gloves
don't think
are
they're ready to
off.
do it. But like they're unlaced a little bit. Like they're
Oh, yeah.
ready to come off.
I
I
like
feel
that.
like
There were some check jabs thrown for sure. This
For
whole thing,
sure.
they were just check,
It's a
check,
Bro, there's
check.
literal
Yeah.
body
Yeah,
damage.
is he gonna cover it? Is he gonna like some of those sends that Lando was putting down? I was just like, this is fucking iRacing, dude.
And when he put him in the
At the end of
grass,
day, these-
he put him in the
like,
grass. That was like a statement and a half. It's like,
Right.
no,
This-
listen, I don't care if you aren't damaged. You're going in the grass. You're going around this way.
it's-
forward Max.
right.
Forward Max bailed on his check, and he was just like, screw it. I'm going outside and I'm floating it. Forget
yeah,
about
like
it.
Wow.
So, final question before we go to the break. You think Max has learned his lesson? You think
No.
he's going to keep
No.
it? No. Do you think he's going to keep it pinned if Lando goes for a move down the inside of Stowe this time?
Absolutely.
Oh.
And you know what? We're 23 minutes in, and I've behaved so far. So do I think Max has learned his lesson? Fuck no.
Absolutely. All right.
That's how he got here, though.
That's
The
true.
absolute do you know how much he was hated when he the unbridled aggression is what he was hated for, and he
Yeah.
just became so good that he outpaced the hate. And then
Sure.
now that someone's at his tail,
He didn't outpace
it's
the
gonna
hate,
come back.
or
Yes,
outpace
he
the
did.
hate.
Yes,
The
Lewis, all right,
cars-
debatable.
we're gonna
Debatable.
start going down
debatable.
this-
Okay.
We're gonna start going down this rabbit hole here, but I will tell you that I am a massive Lewis Hamilton fan. Right?
No.
I
No.
don't think Lewis and
Team
Max are
H,
that much.
baby.
I don't think Lewis and Max are that much different when it came to the car. The car made the driver better. They had to be great drivers to get to where they are, but it is the car's fault for making Max the way he is and for making Lewis the way he is. And I will
Yeah.
say the same thing about Lewis that I'm saying about Max. Lewis didn't have to race people. Lewis starts racing people. Lewis got dirty. Max is doing the same thing. He doesn't know how to race clean anymore. And in my position, Max never knew how to race clean, and it's just rearing its head again.
That's true. That's a good point.
Agreed.
All right, with that being said, guys, we're going to take our first break. On the other side, we're going to talk about a bit of iRacing here. Jay Hall, we're talking about your Tuesday night shenanigans. We will see you guys on the other side of the break.
Is your tachometer already at 9,000 RPM? Well, guess what? It's about to go to 11. Check out these videos from our sponsors.
All right, we are back and seamless this time. Seamless re-entry.
Don't jinx it.
Unbelievable. Oh God.
Oh
Now,
no!
actually, now that
I
say
see
that,
this. No, just kidding.
I've got one. No, I do have warnings here now.
No, it's
telling me,
fine.
so hopefully.
There's a delay.
Okay.
Danger to manifold. Danger to manifold.
All right, Jay Hall, we're gonna jump right to it. Tuesday night.
Oh,
What
fuck.
the hell did you do?
Man, could put me on the spot like that.
I'm
So we're
putting you on
talking.
the spot. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay, all right. I'll own it 100%. It was we're talking OMEC. We're talking some Osborne Motors Endurance Challenge is the full acronym. But yeah, like a great league that we run in. I respect everybody a ton. I came out there and just wrecked.
He came in
everyone
like a
on
wrecking ball.
turn one, man. It just goes to show that like you've got to kind of respect the game a bit. Like I got too comfortable. Like this was we should or let me like create the picture. I showed up race night, didn't have the track, bought it an hour and a half before, but was very diligent. I put in an hour and a half of practice before the race, just right up until leading up to it. Felt like I had great pace. I qualified. What was I like third? No, I was in third, and then I dropped to fifth by the time everybody put in times. I had great pace, but I had not practiced with anyone else on track. Like, was just gonna send it, and then got too aggressive on turn one. Man, like we started the race,
You were the
Gotta look-
stereotypical lap one, turn one guy, weren't you?
dude. I was fucking juicy. If he's
Oh,
still in the chat,
He's
Damn.
juicy. You know how
Damn.
it feels when you get that turn one bug when you're like, oh, like you can get a little opportunity going. But I'm joking. It wasn't even that. It was a lack of skill, 100%. It was me practicing on my own, doing laps for an hour, and then being in traffic, not being able to see anything. I was trying to chase Jake. Everybody hit the brakes. I had micro stutters that like slowed it down a little bit.
Sure.
I'm making excuses. Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, I did reformat my computer today for this, but yeah, had to dodge, braked a little late, ran wide, collected. Man, I wish I could remember Tyler, and the rest was history. Man, it's like, dude, it feels bad. It feels bad. Like
We
I
can't
felt
hear you, Jesse.
physically fucking
muted.
guilty. Physically
Somebody else.
fucking
There you go.
guilty.
There you go.
You might have collected somebody else.
Yeah, you may
Bro,
collect another
my
Simi
teammate-
member in there.
I would teammate like no, probably more than one. Like it was like I felt so bad after it. I was gonna like keep going, but I just like you ever like fuck
So-
up so
so-
bad that you just shut down the computer?
Oh, yeah.
And, like I just like
Walk away.
turned it off. Yeah, it just dude.
Yes,
it
I
ha-
have.
It's like farting in an elevator, getting off. Like it's just bad.
Wait, getting off. Explain.
But I'd be
Moving
more proud of that. Like this, dude, it hurt. It hurt bad, and it's kind of a lesson. Like I don't think I'm gonna show up to a race without practice anymore. Like, and if I do, I'm gonna pull the reins in. I can't fucking send it. It's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing.
I
So,
see
Jake-
Justin's car go sideways and is coming across the
And I'm
track.
the only Mustang. I'm the only Mustang in like the top
And I'm like-
5 at all.
Yeah, but Mustang.
And I see
Mustang
this-
doing
I just-
Mustang.
Blah, blah, blah.
See this little window, and I'm like, okay, I can go off track, but I can shoot that gap and get there. And Justin's car is just rolling backwards, not on the brakes.
no.
Just clips my back tire, wheel damage.
I did think I
You've
could
got
get off
wheel
the track.
damage.
Like, dude, it was a fuck up
Oh, yeah.
like on colossal like
Close to me.
colossal proportions. Like,
Then we're back on track, and I'm actually not in a bad spot. I think I actually gained positions through that somehow because I cut the track. And then I think it was Parker or Chris Pierre, one of the guys in the Rexy 911, loses it, trying to transition, and then just comes like the car slides out like this, and it just takes my nose off. It hooks right across, and just takes my nose off, and I'm like, in 100 yards, I got
Dude,
pummeled.
I just want to say something. Juicy in the chat right now is just on fire tonight. He goes, "You went full sin, Jay Hall." He goes, "This sounds like the time when I took out a whole podium hunter team." And then he continues with crowd control on teammates. Because
Yes, because he's driving a Mustang.
if anyone gets it, yeah,
No.
I did some crowd control. Like,
Hey, you
I
know what?
cleared the crowd. Like,
He been the
It
herd.
happens to the best of us. What's important is that you say sorry. We're sorry.
Glory.
Sorry.
All right,
it
guys.
sucks to suck though, man. It sucks to suck sometimes.
So for any of the
Yeah.
drivers in
Ugh.
OMEC, I'm pretty sure this is Jay Hall's official apology. He apologizes for being an idiot. And Jay Hall, we have learned a couple things over the past couple months here in iRacing. Number one, make sure you got windshield wipers bound to your steering wheel. Number two, get a little bit of practice before you go into the race.
Yeah, I'd say those are solid fundamentals that we should
Yeah.
incorporate.
Yeah.
That turn one is Sendy there. It's tricky. I spun it there.
And two, turn one. It's like, it's because I qualified also higher than I felt I should be. So it's like when you're like up with people faster than you feel like you have to belong. Sometimes you just have to do your own thing. Like,
How do you
and
think I
just-
felt at Watkins Glen? How do you think I felt?
by the end of it?
Well, let's
at the
not talk
beginning?
about no, just at the start. I qualified in first, thank God, because I probably would have been in the same position you were in. If I would have qualified second or third, there's no reason I should have been up there. When I see fucking Justin Barrera, Justin Hall, Bradley Alvis, all of these guys, Jake Luther that I'm racing around, I had no place being in that position I was in.
Yeah,
So,
I don't
of
know if
course-
I'd go as far as Bradley Alvis, but
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Maybe Bradley's not as fast
I,
as we
I
all
hope
think
he
is.
fucking hears this.
Yeah, he should.
He's
I hope
watching. He commented earlier. We love you, buddy.
Yeah. I hope you're listening,
Slow.
Bradley. You're slow. Moving
No,
on.
it is pissing me off.
Slow
He's been-
B1.
Dude, he's faster than me this season, and I'd like, he's pissing me the fuck off.
Oh, you heard it here.
Brad, I think legitimately
He knows.
overall on pace now is faster than me, and it's pissing me the fuck off.
To be fair, you just switched to a new car.
To the
That's
the
fair.
Mustang. It's
You
not the
new
Mustang.
car.
It's not the Mustang. The Mustang we'll give it time. It will get.
It's the car, dude. I've told you this from the
It's
time
not
that
the
I
car.
won that Mustang off of you. It's your car. It's
if
your
we go,
car.
if
It's
we go
not the
back
one.
and put you both in the BMW, what would happen?
The Z4.
Oh, he'd kill me.
No,
He
no,
would
no, no,
kill me.
no. The M4. The M4.
He'd kill me. 100%. There's no doubt in my mind that Jay Hall would absolutely murder me.
No, I'm just saying. I think like between Bradley and Jay Hall,
It's a
think
different
that's the car
M4
they've
now,
driven.
though. It's a totally
it's like-
different
that's-
car.
It's a
Brad's
you
a
know,
Porsche man now.
he's dedicated to the car, man.
Yeah.
It's
mean,
like
good though.
it might be the best overall, unless
Yeah.
it's a super high speed track. I think the Porsche wins like 8 times out of 10,
Yeah,
All right,
sure.
Jay Hall.
it's
4 times out of 5, whatever
it's,
the fraction
it's sketchy. Like at Spa or Blanchimont, man.
That's true, Juicy. It's
we-
how you
we
stand
ran
by your car.
we ran it last season at Spa 24, and it was like send a prayer
is.
every time you went to
Is pulling
Blanchimont.
that thing. Yeah, the
Uh,
Porsche. Yeah, I died in the Porsche there too. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Well,
So
what was your brake
Bradley
bias set to?
Bradley Alvis has done has tried to do a thing here, and we haven't gotten anything from Bradley, and I haven't been really paying attention as much as I should for the Sudi team. But Jay Hall, you're hopefully a little in tune with what's been going on at Sudi. How were, without bringing up something, how were the races that happened this week? Because Bradley wants us to recap what happened with the Sudi team on these podcasts. So how did Sudi do this week in iRacing? I know how you did.
Fucking took it over. Anybody watch Gnarl? Did you watch North American Racing League?
Yeah, how'd they do?
Sudi's dominating, man. I think they took second and I think they like got podiums. So
Nice.
That's
We
good.
don't
So-
fuck around when we fuck around.
Exactly. So Gnarl and Omek, Omex.
Gnarls a serious league, man.
It is. It's huge. I've seen those.
I'm not saying
races.
Omec's not good. Omec's just a
Right.
little bit different flavor than what Gnarl is. Gnarl's very competitive.
Yeah, I know. I've seen those
It's
racers
sweaty.
in
It's
that
a
league.
sweaty league. It's
Sweaty.
a very sweaty league.
Yeah,
I love that description.
it's insane.
That's what it is. Like their
Yeah.
pros are like the cream of the crop. If you race in
That's
pro
true.
and Gnarl, that's like
You're
you
not
can
chill.
compete with 7 to 10K
Mhm.
fucking people.
That's
You
true.
better be
Easy.
going in with like 3 hours practice. Minimum.
Absolute 100%.
Minimum.
You get that?
Oh,
you get that?
you got it.
J-Hall?
Yeah,
You got that?
3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours. You need at least 3 hours of
Ah,
practice
let's see how it
minimum.
goes.
dude.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You heard it, you
Nailed
heard
it.
it here first.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna move on. I'm throwing some jabs here at Jay Hall. He's not really biting on him, so we'll move forward here just a little bit. So guys, I want to bring something else up here, and then we're gonna go to the next break. We've talked about this a lot, and we're gonna talk about it again, and we're gonna go to league management. And I want to start with this. So being a league owner I was a league owner since before I've owned the broadcasting company, and broadcasting came because I was league owner in iRacing, and I just enjoy the racing. I've enjoyed meeting all you guys, but there are issues. that come with-
XSLR came first.
It did. Yes.
Did not
Chicken
know
or the
that.
egg? Which one
I didn't
was
know
it?
the lore. I didn't know the lore.
Yeah. So
Lord.
XSLR was started in 2019.
Is that
and,
canon?
slow motion broadcasting was started in 2021. So it was about a couple years before I started slow motion broadcasting. And Stevie, I hope you're still listening, because I want to get your input on this as well. We've got Stevie Ray in here from Ray Esports, who's had a league since 2014, and his he's got the Formula V's, Formula Fords, Spec Racer Fords, and I think he's got one other one that we don't broadcast. But all of these leagues that he runs every weekend, he doesn't say he runs it. Stevie, I know that your drivers run your leagues, but 40 to 60 cars on any given weekend. So I want to kind of talk about league management for just half a second here. XSLR has been up, it's been down, it's been all over the place, and it's weird to think it's always one incident, right? It's always something
what
that
way?
happens that is
In what
just
way has
very-
it been over?
Huh?
In what way has it been all over the place?
We've had 40 drivers, and we've had 5 drivers.
attendance.
It's
Okay.
been up and down. We still run it, but it's tough, right? As a league owner, and I want to go to any league owners that are still here. Thank you, Juicy, saying Juicy actually has an XSLR first place trophy sitting somewhere on one of his walls. I hope, because Juicy did win one of the seasons, but
Because the juice was loose.
the
I
Juicy.
bet it's in his Miata somewhere. I bet
Top
that
of the
shit's
pillow.
bolted to the dash.
Right now, he said 3 drivers. Yeah, now Juicy's
No,
getting a little bit
I
wild.
bet the trophy is what adjusts his brake bias inside the Miata.
Yes.
I would
Yes.
bet my bank account.
That is now
Just
canon. That is
something to do
juicy
with brake
canon.
bias.
And I bet it's turned all the way back.
Oh
yes.
100%. So
He never gets
when it
gas in
comes
the
to being
car.
a league owner, when it comes to picking admins, it gets tough, right? Because one guy cannot, or one person, I apologize, any females listening, one person cannot run a whole league. Most of us have
He just
jobs outside of this, right? That's what you have to understand, that most of us that do this for fun have jobs. I know you two down in the bottom side of my screen, at least, are computer people. I don't know what the hell you do, Jesse. You do some type of stupid shit, but you've got a job as well, right? Like everybody in here has jobs. So this isn't a full-time job for us. How do you
We
go about
wish.
managing your people, managing leagues? How do you go about picking admins? What is the best way to go about making a successful league in iRacing?
Oh, I got one. There's only one rule for all this shit. For everything sim racing,
Rule of all.
for all league admin, for all teams, for all fucking branding shit, for all the competition, for everything in fucking sim racing. It just has to be fun. If you're not having fun, then why fucking do it? That's the only fucking rule. Just have fun. You're here to have fun. If you're doing something and it hits the point that it stops being fun,
Move on.
that's it. Like that's the only fucking rule here for everything.
Yeah,
Management,
you just gotta shut up and
enjoying
drive it.
man. If you're not having fun, back out.
If you mess up,
Absolutely.
say you're
Eric?
sorry.
Eric, you got
Just keep
anything?
it fun. Keep it fun. Keep it fun.
No, Justin nailed it. Honestly, that's why I was just kind of piggybacking on it. Like,
Sure.
yeah, you
And-
keep
and-
it fun.
To Juicy, adjust your brake bias.
Adjust
Don't
your
forget
Drake.
about
Yeah.
your brake. Have fun, but don't forget about your brake.
Also, it's always about respect, right? Because at the end of the day, we are all doing this for fun, right? So even though we assume responsibilities, it's all about respecting the responsibility that someone has assumed and giving them the credit for that, especially if they're putting in extra hours and doing things that, are above and beyond. Don't expect things from them and appreciate them. And I think as long as that mentality persists, which it seems to have for the most part, like you really can't go wrong. So we just kind of
Yeah,
try
no.
to embody that and try to persist that mindset. And I think as long as we all follow that, it tends to stay that way. So like Justin
totally-
said, keep it fun.
I totally agree. Jesse, you got anything to say? I don't know. Have you ever tried to run a league in iRacing?
No, there's a reason for that. But I've
Right.
been part of a bunch of leagues. I think the most, beside what Justin said, define your culture, right? Like,
Yes.
are you beer league? Are you semi-serious? Are you hardcore? Like, define your culture, your style, and promote that culture, whatever it is, right? So, if you're a beer league, just having fun, like, and go back to Justin, promote fun. Make sure people understand that it's a fun league. Shit's gonna happen. Like, we're not gonna sit here and police this thing to the nth degree. Versus the competitive league, and you establish that way when new people come in, they also know what they're getting into. Like, we've all slid into Discords before. We're like, "What's happening in this league?" And then you start reading the chat, and you're like, "Oh, okay, I get the vibe."
So actually,
Good
I'm going to piggyback off that a little bit, just a little bit. I know, Eric, it was your birthday last Sunday, by the way. Happy late birthday, buddy.
Happy belated.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Appreciate it. It was a good one. I had a nice romantic date with Jay Hall.
All right.
Times.
I think
Actually, it was pretty special.
we're gonna
It
stop
was.
that discussion right now.
Yeah. So we've got Stevie in the chat as well saying, yeah, communication. It's also
Yup.
massive.
Transparent communication as well.
Yes, 100%.
Everybody needs to be on board with everything.
Yep, 100%. I totally agree with that. And when it comes to Stevie, I'm going to bring it back to you while I talk about what happened last week in my league. How do you keep that communication civil? I know communication, like everyone says communication. I get that. Like, yeah, communication fixes everything. But communication can also get a little bit hairy sometimes. When do you step in? Do you step in? Do you not step in? Again, I think it goes back to you guys. What type of league are you trying to run? Or while Stevie answers, in my situation, we ran Bristol last Sunday in the street stocks. Okay. And I don't know if you guys have checked in the XSLR chat lately. It got wild. Absolutely insane, to be
How
honest.
so?
We had drivers at each other's throats. Someone did a bump and run on the final lap and caused a wreck that should have brought out a yellow, but it didn't. I ended up winning the race.
It was an oval race, though, right?
It was an oval race. And these are, again,
Yeah, so I feel like that should be encouraged. Like, if iRacing would incorporate almost like a Mortal Kombat type pit system where you could fight other drivers in the pit, NASCAR style, I think there'd be an entire niche for that.
I agree. I totally agree with that. And I'm going to come to Jesse's point as well when he said, what league are you trying to run? I've tried to run all different types of leagues here, Jesse, all under the XSLR name, right? You try to make it a good league, a very practices like, well, we had daily practices up all week, okay? And then we've also had leagues where we just run on Sundays. I won't throw practices up. Like, it's all just, and what I've come to find out is the fun league, okay? This is what I want to get into, the fun league. I let the drivers duke it out. We have penalties at the end. Admins look over the incidents if they get reported. We only look over incidents that get reported. I'll let people bitch in the Discord all day long. I'll let them go at each other. And it's funny that you mentioned this, Jesse. So we had a new guy join while the race was going on, joined the Discord. And this is when all of the just shenanigans were going on in the Discord. People just going to town on each other, right? And it got pretty bad. But at the same time, you've got to define that league. And at this point, I'm happy with the league. I'm happy with the drivers we have. We can cut it up. We can have a good time. We can talk all kinds of shit during the week. And we try to race clean during the weeknight or the weekdays during on Sunday night. And normally we do. Incidents will always happen, and you're always going to have issues, right? But it's how
Sorry.
right, exactly. It's how you fix it, or not even fix it. It's how do
Number
you,
one.
as a league owner, fix it. And we've also got Michelle Lynn saying, "Hey, Stevie, Megan ran with us tonight in the draft party. Pretty sure she's racing with us tomorrow." Yes, Michelle, by the way, I will not be on the call tomorrow. I've got a couple other obligations. We've got Tim Cox, and also a commentator that you know very well. And I'm going to go find his name right now before I get it wrong, because I can't pronounce his last name. His first name is Ron. All right. So it's going to be Tim Cox and Ron commentating.
Yeah, you also got his name wrong.
Well,
Tim Cox.
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's Tim Cox. Tim Cox.
We need to have him on here at some point.
We do. We will. But yeah, Michelle, I'm excited to watch that broadcast back. I hope you guys have a great race. And thank you so much for giving us a chance to broadcast Formula V's. Shameless plug. Anybody listening here, please, tomorrow at around. Yeah. Well, I know how it's said, Michelle, but I don't know how to. I think it's Mounds. Something like that. Mons.
Phonetically, that
yeah.
looks correct.
So we got Ron on the call with Tim. So yeah, have a great race tomorrow. Thank you so much for giving us a chance with you. And we hope to be covering more in the future. But with that being said, we do have a few people in the chat saying, "Hey, we're going to go back to Juicy again." I just like people adjusting stuff right before the race. Say it's going to be a wet race and then think it's hard to say nope and adjust it right before. And then we've got Ray saying, "I've given a vacation when someone gets too disrespectful." So those are two different ways to run the league right there. I mean, look at the differing in opinions that we're getting just in our chat. And there's only 3 people watching right now. I mean, you've got such a differing.
Well, Justin's saying one thing. He's saying he doesn't like it when there's last minute changes. Right? And I would agree that's a best practice for any league owner. Don't make last minute changes.
That's fair.
Typically,
right?
you have
That's a
you
fair
have- you
ask,
have your-
honestly.
You have your race on a weekly basis, typically, and there's time people can practice for that. And if they practice based off of something, and then something dramatically changes, like that kind of messes with people a little bit, you know? But,
100%.
that's different than what Stevie's saying, which is when you have a problem with somebody, right? Like how do you take care of that? And I think that, again, Justin's really want to have fun. We shouldn't have any problems with people, but these things do happen. I've seen it plenty 1,000 times. Like that's part of your culture. Like how do you discipline that? You're like, time out, banned, let it slide. Like what kind of group are you? Personally, I think there's got to be some line in the sand which you can't step over before you get kind of penalized. But it is what it is. Every league's different.
It's all
I
different.
agree.
And
And I
here in
will-
Studi, we meet up in person out here in Florida. Everybody comes out, and anyone who has a disagreement, it's like a fight club. Actually, you step up with the person you have a disagreement with.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold on, hold on.
You throw hands.
Number
with
one
that.
rule, J
and then
Hall. Number one rule,
Did I talk about
bro,
it?
bro.
Fuck,
What are
I
you
talked
doing
about
right
it.
now?
Let's
Damn.
talk about this. Fuck.
Well,
Well,
dude, never.
now I'm
talk
getting my ass
about
beat at the
Studi.
We never talk about
Fuck,
Fight
Studi
Club.
Club. I talked about Studi Club.
But no,
Sure.
anyways, that's what I was going to bring up before we go to our next break, guys, is like all of these disagreements that everybody has, even in the Sudi Discord, and I'm going to bring up the Sudi Discord here. I'm not going to say that I get along with everybody all the time. Jesse, I'm looking at you. You and me have had very differing opinions on a lot of things. And yet here we are.
Yeah, it's because you're wrong and I'm right.
Okay, here we go. But here we are sitting in the same podcast doing.
You
I
want,
know.
you want an example? Earlier, you said Max was going to be afraid of Stowe when it was really
Oh, God.
cops. That's where him and Hamilton had the problem.
Oh, it was
You
Cop.
misspoke
not
on-
Stowe. I
Not cops,
apologize.
it's cops.
My bad. You
were wrong. I'm right. This is
Corner
just
in
what
the
it is.
backside of the track, Jesse. All right, here we go. Look, now we're going at it again. We're going to start arguing again. But anyways,
You guys are
We're
so
all going to be
cute.
in the
It's like
same
that.
state next week. We're all going to
It's
be
like
in the same
exactly.
state. We can handle this. I'm telling you.
And this is what I was going to say. Look at all of these people right now in this Discord. I met you all online because of league racing. And now I'm about to come down and see you guys next week. By the way, guys, next Friday, get ready for a bit of a difference here on the podcast because all three of us, I think, are going to be podcasting from one mic. So we could Sooty Club it up if we do get into a
Wait,
disagreement.
who the fuck is Mike?
You're invited too. How far are you from Orlando? You're like 2.5.
What
You're
part of
Sarasota?
Orlando? What part of Orlando?
It's actually going to be like north, I don't think you probably don't know where Deltona is, do you?
Yeah, I know exactly where it is. I lived in Orlando for 5 years.
I'm in a
North UCF,
Popka.
man.
I'm in a Popka.
North
If that's
UCF, baby.
better, we could do something here if that's better.
Pop is easier, but I don't know. We'll sort it out.
We'll make it work. We'll make it work.
If we could do, that would. All right. Okay. Yeah. We'll talk offline.
Well, we'll talk about plans offline, but we're going to talk about what.
But it will be an episode. It will be a
It
fucking
will be.
episode. Viewers, you listen.
Ooh, actually, I think I have a good idea.
Title it.
I think I'm going to propose that it's here because I think I have a good idea, and we're going to talk
Okay.
offline.
We'll
Three
talk
dudes,
offline
one
about
mic
that. We're
next
going
week.
to talk about what me, Eric, and at least Jay Hall, hopefully Jesse, are going to do
Yeah.
when I get down there next weekend. But we're going to take a break. We're going to come back, talk about our shenanigans we're going to do next week, and we're going to open it up to anybody in the YouTube that wants to ask any questions, talk about anything, raw, unfiltered. I'm going to be then on my third drink. So that's when we cut the actual podcast off, and then we have a little bit of fun with this, guys. We'll talk to you on the end. Out of the break. All right, guys, we're sorry. But
he was fixing his hair.
yeah, Jay Hall with a comment right as I'm about to go back live. Before the break, I mentioned that I'm going to be down in Florida with the boys next week. I'm going to be coming down there on Thursday.
You're going to be what
Yeah.
down here?
Oh, Eric,
coming,
I'm
all
going to
right.
be doing a few things here. We're gonna talk about this, and we're gonna talk about what kind of our plans are. I apologize for the hat hair here, guys.
Me
It
too.
ain't fixing
Bro,
itself.
you're beautiful. Don't ever
Jesse,
question
you have the
yourself.
hat hair too.
Don't ever question
Unacceptable.
yourself.
I have hat hair 24/7.
But Juicy's fucking comment
Yeah,
earlier.
so Juicy, go ahead,
It's-
Jay. Go ahead.
It's already gone, but it was something about the fact that he didn't know that Jesse was bald. And
He didn't-
inside
yeah,
his mind's eye, he didn't
Exactly.
anticipate that.
All right, so we've got Juicy in here
What?
saying, talking about brake bias. I have a couple of brake pressure sensors that need to be installed. Rip them off on Nissan SUVs in the junkyard. I just want you guys to understand that Juicy Barrera just doesn't give a shit about brake bias and iRacing. He also cares when it comes to ripping them off of Nissan SUVs in the
Oh
junkyard.
no. Yeah. Yeah.
So-
He knows the brake bias of the shoes on his feet. Like it does not escape him.
Okay, now we got Juicy
Oh.
saying,
Does he see the comment? Adam Sandman.
Oh
Trump-
damn! Rip. Damn. I think we need to have Juicy on here. I think the juice is loose.
Is
and-
this a roast?
If we can let the juice
it be?
loose live, then I don't even know.
I
It's
know,
gonna
I
be like
wanna-
the
I wanna
Kool-Aid
hear
man
Juicy
in everyone's
live, man.
speakers.
Yes, we want to hear the
Everyone just
juice.
be like, "Oh yeah," constantly.
All right. Yes. Sorry, Juicy. You win roast of the night unless you come up with another one here. But let's talk about what we're doing next weekend. So first, let's talk about why I'm going down there. Okay. So the first deal. Alexa, shut up. I apologize, guys. Alexa's talking to me in the background right now. But anyways, I was supposed to come down there. Obviously, Eric, everybody's got life shit going on. Eric has some life shit going on. Got to go down there and support a homie, right? I was going to go down there.
yeah.
We were going to autocross. Well, autocross got moved. Okay. But I've heard, Jay Hall told me that we might be able to go to Mexico and go have a little bit of fun, Jay Hall.
Mhm.
You down
That's
to go to
true.
Mexico?
We're not that far.
Yeah.
We have
It's
tires.
amazing how close Florida is to Mexico.
Cool. Can we,
You would think Cuba first, like if we were
Yeah.
going to hop, but no, Mexico.
No,
actually.
Mexico's,
Mhm.
you listen, I mean, with the technology nowadays, the new high-speed vehicles that we have in airplanes,
Mhm.
I bet you we can get to Mexico in like 15, 20 minutes.
And if anybody sees anything, it's probably Unreal Engine 5. It's like if it looks realistic, it's probably Unreal Engine. It's not us.
That's true.
Right? Exactly.
We wouldn't do
100%.
that. We wouldn't do that.
So Juicy's sitting here asking for some videos, so we might get some videos of us in Mexico, I hope. But if we don't,
Really?
We could do that. I know in Mexico that we could definitely do videos.
Wait,
Uh,
show Alexa who's boss. Yeah. He's asking you to role play as Trump talking to Alexa. Can you do that? Could you-
Oh
like, can
my
we-
God,
Can we,
yes.
can we build the scene, Adam? Okay, you're
can't-
playing
I'm
Trump.
sorry. I can't be a Trump guy. I don't know. I don't even know. All I know is this. I can do these. I know he's
Uh-huh.
got something like this or something or this. I don't. Whoa! I got a little close there, so we're not gonna. Yeah, we're not gonna go any further into that than
I
I just
came
did.
in looking for comments. I said, "Wow, what a great comment that is." This is
Have you seen our comments? They're the best
Shane,
comments.
Shane
Yeah,
Gillis. This
best
whole thing.
comments.
You just have to say it and then ask a question about it, and it's
Right. All right. So, anyways, we're gonna go back to what our plans are. So, I'm getting down there Thursday. We're probably gonna be doing some stuff down in Mexico, maybe Friday, definitely Saturday. But we're gonna do some go-karting as well, Juicy. So, if there isn't another video before Saturday, I think Eric's got this pretty cool place. And Jesse, I hope you can make it. We're gonna be doing some karting, a little double-decker go-kart track I've seen down there in Florida. Get
So
some
good.
GoPros out, show who's actually the fastest in real life, at least in go-karts. It'll be, yeah, we'll see, Eric. We'll see. We
Dude,
shall.
if I lose, I cry about it all day in go karts because of my fucking weight.
Oh,
if
yeah, here we
I lose, I will complain all day, saying
Mhm.
I'm 260 pounds. How do you expect
Mhm.
me to win?
I'm at my
Well,
leanest right now. I'm like barely at 200, so I don't know where
Okay.
you're at, Adam.
Will
I'm
you guys?
190.
If
Oh.
I supply 50-pound weight
No.
vest, will you wear them?
No,
Alex,
uncomfortable.
Dale, what's the
The evenest.
balance?
No.
No, yeah, a cool 50 pounds each.
Listen,
you
there's a
have-
downhill. Your ass is gonna make that thing roll faster, and it's gonna try to
Exactly.
auto brake, but it's not gonna be able to do it. You're good,
Talk me into the advantage of being a heavier vehicle.
bro. When you're driving behind Jay Hall at go karts, he legit looks like Bowser in Mario
That's what I
Kart.
say. I'm wide. I'm a thick boy in that. I'm wide.
It's funny as hell. I don't know how I look, but Jay Hall
What?
is straight up
Last time-
Bowser.
Last time we went karting, who had the fastest time? Oh,
Jay Hall money did. Jay Hall dollar. He did.
All
somehow
right, Dale.
they accidentally assigned my cart to have more power
Yeah.
because these are
And
electric.
I did
carts.
not have full power. I had a really bad cart. Not making excuses, but it would be fun to
That's
have.
the only thing I
equal
hate about
price.
them. Can we bitch about EVs now? Has
Yes.
this become like an obscure right wing podcast? The fucking electronic vehicles are destroying the goddamn fucking American family unit. All right, now I'm gonna stop.
It is the 4th of July, dude. So, yeah, we can bitch about
I'm
that.
going for a little bit.
America.
That's too far.
Elon's not
But
gonna
no.
watch this.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, Trump might jump in the chat here because we've been talking about him so much. Who knows? But
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
brother.
so we're gonna be doing some racing. Jay Hall, I'll make you this deal. We're gonna have to
Yeah.
weigh each other. We'll figure out what everybody weighs.
Okay.
50-pound weight vest. I'm not gonna wear it, but I'll put it in the car. I'll sit on it or something. I will not wear a 50-pound weight vest. There's absolutely no way, dude.
That defeats the
I-
purpose.
Unless you're wearing
does.
it, yeah. I don't think they're just gonna let you tuck weights in a rental cart. It's
don't-
like we're gonna have to put it on you and then put a fat suit over it so they believe that you're my size, that you're a thick boy.
We should
Like,
do. We
it's
should put
that's
it
the only
like.
way, that's the only way it works.
We should do like a 50-pound dumbbell, but like make it look like he has a giant dick. You know, like so you just like
Oh, yeah.
walk into there.
Oh,
Hey guys,
fucking-
by the way, whoa, we're still
It's a Pringles
podcasting.
can of fucking lead weights. Just fucking
We're
strapped.
still podcasting here. We're still podcasting. We can get to anything we want to say about that after we're done with the podcast.
I like to
right?
think these are our gems. I like
Yeah,
to think
Aaron,
that this
have
is
fun.
This is the
fun editing
culture.
that part
Like
out. But
Jesse says, this is the culture. This is
Culture.
what we're developing. This is, I think, the core construct of what the pit maneuver is.
fair enough. But with that being said, Juicy, I am a bit offended, but at the same time, I'm not. Said, isn't Adam a load master? Yeah, that card is overloaded, J Hall.
Is he a load master after what we just talked about? Are you kidding me? Did we
There's
just
no way
like,
that
was that a
wasn't
layup?
intentional.
I think
I'm
that was a
fucking
layup.
dying. I'm dying.
Ladies
No,
and
I'm not a
gentlemen,
load
welcome
master.
to
He
the
called
pit
you
maneuver.
a load
Oh,
master.
God.
A fucking load master.
So
Oh my
apparently, J Hall,
God.
you don't know what a load master is. But no, when it comes to
Oh,
that,
I think he
no, I'm
knows.
not.
When it comes to what?
I'm not a load master. Juicy, I am a crew chief. So
Rip in peace right now. I'm dead.
I'm hurting. I'm hurting.
But anyways, with that being said, guys, is there anything else want to say we want to talk about before we actually break it open and we can talk about anything we want to
A
on
lot,
the YouTube
but
side of things?
I'll keep it PG. So no.
Okay. J Hall, are you gonna wreck anybody else in any more iRacing races anytime soon?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Don't think so? Till next week, right? Okay. Jesse, thank you so much for coming on. Obviously, we love to have you. It's gonna be
Always fun to be here.
It's hard, man.
I hope
Oh, shit.
I hoped
I
I
hope
hope
getting
to have
getting
you,
spicy in the
I hope
chat.
We'll see you next week. I really do. But with that being said, hopefully we can do some go-karts on Saturday, Jesse. But until next time, we're gonna be back to you, episode 7. We haven't come up with the name yet.
Load master.
We haven't come up with we'll
Load
come up-
master.
We'll come up
100%.
with the name. It might be Loadmaster, but guys, Jesse Olson, Justin Hall, Eric Leitsky. Next Friday, we will all see you guys, at least three of us together in the same room. Don't take that the wrong way. Eric, what do you do?
We're gonna shut up and drive it.
All right, so we are done on the podcast side, guys. We are now just open to the YouTube chat.
Oh,
Fucking-
YouTube's still going. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
we sure are. We have
Oh, yeah,
levels.
100%.
and we're all
They can
good.
still see video and everything. This is still live.
Oh
yeah,
my
let's go
God!
live.
Listen,
Give me
Oh,
one
okay.
second. 1 second.
listen, Linda. That shit got off the rails. That was fucking hilarious. Oh man.
It went off the rails towards the end, so I just decided to stop it on the podcast side. But again, we got
That's smart.
Jesse getting up to probably go make another drink. By the way, fuck you, Juicy, for being a dickhead. Crew chief is even better. Make you get all the
A dickhead. That's a
Yeah.
little rough.
Actually,
I
he's
think he
actually
was
being nice.
hilarious.
All of a sudden, he's changed it to being nice now. Crew chief is even better. Make sure you get all that load prepped, ready to tell everyone what they need to do. So
I still can't tell if he's fucking with you on some like low key wordplay,
No.
like low.
I think he is. I think he definitely is, and I respect the fuck out of him for that. That's hilarious.
But anyways, guys, we're gonna open it up here to the YouTube. But let's bring it back to what we were talking about. So you're telling me, J Hall, that they wouldn't let me just bring a 50-pound weight vest in and just put it on the seat and sit on it?
No,
Probably
you,
not,
you
no.
could actually, because what you could, as long as the vest looked like a rib guard, then you could get away with it.
Yeah, he couldn't sit on it though. He couldn't bring in 50-pound weights.
You have
put
to
'em
wear
in
it.
there.
You have to
No,
wear it.
Yeah, it would have to be concealed on your person to
I
make
don't
it
think
look
I'm-
Not
like
even concealed.
you
You can
are
wear it
a
on the
fat-
outside.
like me.
No,
Yeah.
you can wear it on the outside. I saw people with the rib protectors on because those carts, like if you're like kind of bony, then it'll hurt your ribs.
Oh, yeah.
You know. So
All right. All
yeah,
right.
could be done, but no.
We'll see. We'll see. So,
We're just gonna
so
send it.
basically, what I'm hearing is if I win, which I will, let's be honest. If I win, then all I'm gonna hear is excuses from you two and maybe you three if Jesse shows up next Saturday.
There's honestly, I'm gonna be honest. There's absolutely no way Eric is gonna lose. He's gonna beat us both. His cart is on another level of upgrades. Well, no, as long as they don't fuck it. There is two parts to this.
Well,
If they give him the proper power that his cart is supposed to be, he will crush us. But
So
if they
here's-
don't, we can maybe block him.
But what we could do, I would assume it runs the same way at every karting track I've ever been to. You can pay for a single race. You can pay for 3 or 5 races. You get a bit of a deal. I'm sure it's the same way there. So
Yeah,
we're
you can
going to
pay.
go 3 or 5 races. So Eric, if you bitch
It's a
about
10
your
race. It's a 10 race boost. If you've been there for 10 races, you get this like extra power level where they trust you.
really,
And only Eric has achieved that. Yeah.
oh,
But
Disappointing.
sometimes I've raced with him now like 3, 4 times. They don't give him the boost because
Yeah.
I'm racing with him.
But dude,
It's
now
like-
that means
It's
that
haphazard almost.
you would hit that 10 race boost next time we go.
so
If we
we're
do
going to
10.
have to talk to him and be like, hey,
I don't think that's soon. It's somewhat soon. Maybe. Wait. I think I'm at like 7.
we're going to have to talk to him and be like,
Yeah,
hey,
let's
maybe
do 5.
let's take it easy here on the boosts and just make sure we're all even, because that's
So
not.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna invite one of my other friends to come with us, and I don't know what he says to them, but every time he just goes and talks to them, and then we end up with our own race, and
Mhm.
the power levels are the same. And God bless you, Mike,
Oh,
if you're listening.
that's when I won the last time. It was because Mike talked to them.
Yeah, he just talked to them like he's just got the way with it, you know. Like he doesn't get emotional, he just handles it, and yeah. So I'm gonna invite him, and he's gonna just handle it. He'd love that.
Speaking of emotional, we've got to say it. I love the fucking this is going to be incredible. Eric's new nickname on carts,
Oh God.
Yes.
Anakin Skywalker.
Why is this? You gotta explain this.
Because he fucking murders the younglings and it's hilarious. It's dude, the past 2 times I've gone with him, there's been like 17-year-old boys like there's just fucking running us off the track. Like complaining hardcore every time. Some fucking like teenagers that Eric is just bodying them and just beating them or like cutting them off on. But it's like they don't know like racing and shit. And Eric just shows up like dominating the lines on them. There's always someone bitching. And it's like, I live for it.
You
I
live
live for it
see
now.
It's
It's
so
so
unintentional.
it.
It really is.
Genuine entertainment. And it's happened every time.
So, do you guys
It's-
have an extra GoPro? I don't own a GoPro. So,
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
no, we
guys have
got-
an
I got
extra
you.
GoPro, I'll take one so I can strap it to my helmet.
Yes, no, I got you for sure.
All right, cool. So that's definitely gonna be some content if nothing else. Jesse, what how good are you in go-karts? Yeah, I'm sure you've been karting.
I got some karting footage.
Okay. All right, that's good. That's good. So
I did on my back. I'll be in a cart for 5 minutes. And you're gonna have to call a fucking ambulance.
They have like foam inserts that you can put in here.
L5,
Yeah, you
L6.
can put them in your.
Not,
Wait, no, never mind.
not so good these days.
Oh, I see. Okay. No, that makes sense.
but yeah, I was gonna say something and I forgot because the dog started barking and then you guys started
That's
talking. Oh
rough.
yeah, I was gonna go. Have you ever done any type of? Cause I don't know if they've got this down there, guys. Do they have any type of like shifter carts or anything where you? I mean, you got to go practice. It's like a
Oh,
full
by
day
me.
thing.
OKC is outdoors. We could do OKC one
Yeah,
day.
or
That'd be
by
cool.
Maybe
me,
instead of
I've never
I
actually
have-
been out there.
I have Anderson by me.
What's Anderson like? What's the deal there?
I got some footage, but yeah, Anderson Race Park.
I'm literally down for like whatever. Like let's entertain Adam. Like I've got no
Yeah, like,
agenda.
This is
OKC
like,
has gas carts that have like real straightaways and shit.
Wait, is that where we drove before for that one meet?
Uh-huh.
Okay, no, that was pretty sick. That was a fun. Yeah, we should go there. That was a fun track. That was fast enough where you could spin out.
It's just
yeah.
so hot. It's just so hot in Florida.
It-
We'd have to make sure it
oh, I
was like
forgot it. It just changed hands.
Oh, okay.
I know it's hot down there.
it's
Of course,
outdoor though.
This is me coming down in the middle of July. We're gonna have that issue. It's 100.
Dude, we should just find somewhere to set up the Z and the Genesis and have like an off the record autocross battle.
That would be legit. If we can do that, that'd be the sickest. Okay.
Well, I don't
So
know any
guys-
cops down in Florida, unfortunately. I know
Yeah,
a couple of
Adam,
them
we're
are
gonna
here.
have to go and buy you one of these immediately because, like,
Oh
you
yeah.
just
Oh, I've got one.
yeah. But like, no, you can't exist without one down here. I don't
Oh,
know
I
if you can
know.
take that on the plane, but
Yep.
yeah, I fill
Yeah,
it up
I
like
know.
3 times a day.
Yeah, I know how that goes. I really do. But all right, guys. Well, if yeah, he said make it a Sudi video. That's what we're talking about. We will make some videos while we're down there for sure,
That's
guys.
a
We
good idea.
will we'll get some
We'll
get some
to film.
some good footage. But with that being said, I don't know if anybody else has anything to say. I think we could be done for the night. I think it was good. We did
I
good.
think so.
Yeah, your new haircut looks fucking dope, dude.
Yeah,
Weird.
just like Trump.
Thanks, dude.
Well, no. Did you part it the other direction this time?
No,
But before, I feel like it was to the left side before.
no, it's always been the
No.
same.
He did his
Clean.
part.
Clean, like it.
All right, Eric. With that being said, with Eric doing his part, we're signing off for the night. Bye, guys.